Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Kovac Enterprises. We are currently working on the Star Wars Millennium Falcon, 1/144 scale. This is the actual The Last Jedi version that I'm working on from Bandai. And we went ahead and started off with putting the cockpit together. So I can kind of show you where we're at with that one there. And like I said, none of this is kind of glued in per se yet. It is kind of a snap-on kit, so I just want to make sure everything was put together and fit correctly before I make the final gluing on the kit itself. As you can see right here, we have the figures already painted. I used several different colors in my CraftSmart arsenal, and I initially painted all the figures in a base coat of black, and then on top of that we went with the base coat of the like Chewbacca with a kind of a dark brown, and for his little sash around his shoulder there I actually used some metallic gold to kind of get a little accent color on that. For the female character, I guess her name's Ren, if I'm not mistaken. So we did her up too as well, and we put some flesh colors on her for her face and her hands. And you know, the kit actually came with two other figures, so I know this is the Last Jedi version, but I went ahead and painted up the last two figures as far as with Luke Skywalker and Han Solo. So I put them in the back seat for right now, and painting them up accordingly to what they look like on the movie screen. So there's that. Like I said, I have some pictures of the actual different parts of the cockpit that I'll be sharing with you guys at the end of the video, so you get a kind of a closer look at what I did. Because I actually used some other techniques for the instrument panels and things of that nature, as far as, you know, some brush work, as well as some using like a toothpick to kind of dab some of the different colors I used, which were like, you know, some red paint, some blue, some greens, just to kind of give the colors of the, like I said, the back panels and the instrument panels a little bit of some variety to it. So anyways, this pretty much has about like 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6 parts to it to assemble the cockpit itself. So there you go, there's that, of course, the back side there. So that is the cockpit. And then of course step number 2 was putting these figures together. So there's that. Kind of give you a close-up shot of all the nice details on that. A lot of these like little pipes that are going along the side of this particular item, they're very fragile, so I had to be really careful as far as when I was inserting them in. There's actually 2 parts of these kind of pipes, for a better lack of term, but we managed to get those in there, and since they were so small and fragile, we actually kind of dabbed them with a little bit of the Tamiya thin cement, just to kind of hold them in place once they were inserted in there. So there's that there, and kind of did the same thing on the top too as well. So you can see how, you know, detailed this actual kit is, and Bandai did a real good job doing that. Kind of turn around so you see the other back side of there too. This, of course, we see some of this pipe kind of going along here. This was a separate item as well, very fragile when you cut them off the sprue, and just, you know, inserting them in there, and I went ahead and kind of glued those in place just to kind of keep them there as well. So you have like 2 of these, one for the left and one for the right side in front of the Millennium Falcon. So again, here's the other piece, pretty much a mirror image of the first one I showed you. So you can see all the beautiful detail along the side of this particular part. And again, you know, we have the top part there, and then we have the other side as well. Okay, so everything snapped in really well. Like you can see this kind of moving around a little bit. So like I said, once I'm satisfied, I'll go ahead and probably kind of glue this part in, so make it nice and tight. So like I said, this is all kind of like a loose fitting, just to make sure everything is correct. And so our next one here is I guess the gunner area. So you can see there where Han Solo and them, you know, sit in the chair and, you know, attacking the rebel fleet. So I could say again, very nicely detailed. And eventually I will paint all this up to give it a little bit more realism. So there's that. And this is just the kind of the exterior, top or bottom of the Millennium Falcon, where the gunner area gets fitted in. So once again, you can see a nice detail on that as well. So that was cockpit and part 2 for the ones I just showed you, and then I kind of went into part number 3, where we're looking at the lower part of the ship here and snapping all the parts in as well. So you can see it is actually kind of looking at the ship from the front part. So this part here got snapped in, as well as this part here. And then we went ahead and worked on the sides, and they're pretty much mirror image of each other with a few variations, but you can see all the nice fine detail. See that? And we'll kind of go to the other side, and you can see how everything just snapped right into place, like so. And then we have our 2 pieces right here, one here and one here. It's a 2-part piece, so when you flip it around, this is actually what it looks like once it's in place. And of course there's the other side of it. So all that intricate machinery and pipes and stuff, you can see how nicely detailed and clean and crisp it looks. So basically this is where we're at on the Millennium Falcon at this point. It kind of had to stop because I just kept on snapping parts together, but I figured this was a good way to just kind of stop what I was doing and show you this our first episode basically for this this build. So with that being said, I hope everybody has a good weekend, and we will cut this short. And until next time, stay tuned. This is Kovac Enterprises, and we are signing off.